I have almost every model of the PlayStation. Starting from the PS1 and going all the way to the 4. And get this, they're all the fat models too. Well, that's not original color. But that's the original model PSP. Anyway, scooch that over. So they first started off in 1995, because I live in the US. For those living in Japan, it was 1994. But anyway, 1995, when this thing came out, the PlayStation 1. This is a 1997 model. So they had a power on, power off, a reset button, an open button. It had this stupid design for the original PlayStation 1. 2 memory card and controller ports side of it. Oh, guys, don't ask. This PS1 doesn't work. It broke. Parallel port, which did come a little bit later on in 1997. Focus. There you go. Serial I/O. I don't know what that's supposed to do. AV multi-out, and then there's your power right there. Let's see. But 1997. So yeah, that's the design it got started off with. And then the PlayStation 2. Well, actually, then the Ps1 Slim, which looks very similar to that, but it doesn't have a reset button, and it's white, and it's a lot smaller. And also back then, the controllers did not have the analog sticks like they're used to today. And then 1997 is where the DualShock came. Anyway, PS2 came with 2 controller ports, a disk drive that launches out. I wish I can show you guys that. Be right back. Alright, thanks to that video editing, this is what I mean by it. Wait. I didn't plug it in, did I? Epic fail. There we go. Now this is what I mean by the disc tray. You see the way that worked? Alright, back to the video. Alright, now back to the video. So it came with 2 controller ports, a disk drive that you guys got to see in action, a power button, and the reset button. Press once to reset, press and hold to power off, eject button, 2 USB ports. I don't know what the hell that is. Here's the top of it. Here's the back side of it. There was a cover here. I don't know where the frick it went. But you're able to put a hard drive in compared to the original PlayStation where you don't have that at all. You have your power cable port. Oh, and your main power switch. Off, on. Compared to the original PlayStation that didn't have it. And then there's also AV multi-out, like the original PlayStation. And also the optical out. Now the AV multi-out is pretty much the same thing on the PlayStation. So the cables are interchangeable. Here's the bottom of it. Now this is not the original. I wouldn't consider it the original model, although it is a fat model, but this is actually a 2001 model. It's not the original 2000 model, I don't think. But it is the original 30,000. Anyway, so that was in 2000. Now, in 2006, before I move on, the controller had switched from a gray color, like the PlayStation, into a black color, and it still had the analog sticks and everything else, as you can see, but it was wired, still. Anyway, in 2006, the PlayStation 3, this model specifically, came out. It came out in November of 2006, which is what year this model is. Now, here's what it had. It had this thing, memory card slots, or whatever the hell that crap is. Came with a disk drive that you push the disk in. I honestly wish I can show you that. Alright, now I can show you it in action. Well, actually, power button. Forgot to turn the power on. I can show you the disk drive in action now. It just sucks it in. Alright, and this is it coming out. Alright, now we're back on track. So anyway, you got to see that. Here's the power button. It's touch sensitive. This is also touch sensitive. It's the eject button. Oh, and also, the PlayStation 2, which the PS1 does not have this, but the PS2 has this cool feature I forgot to show. Watch. Not only does the PS2 have it, but this PS3, the original model, does too. Watch. Pretty cool, right? Now, the original fat model that came out in 06, it also had 4 USBs. It's going to be kind of hard to tell. There you go. USBs, a lot of freaking chrome, and this thing is very damn reflective compared to those other two. Here's the top of it. Here's the back side of it. Now, like the PS2, this thing has the on-off switch in the back. And also, this one, I think it's the only one that Sony ever made, that has a grounded plug, compared to that one, which does not have a grounded plug, as I can show you right here. No ground. And this one does have a grounding pin. Weird, right? The AV multi-out, which is the same on the PlayStation 2. And also, it's the same on the PlayStation 1. And then you, of course, got the optical, just like the PlayStation 2. The Ethernet port, which the PS2 did have that with the hard drive. And then the HDMI out port, which is right here. First console that had HD in the Sony line. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, now here's the controller. Right? This is a 6-axis controller. It is not a DualShock 3. DualShock 3 had rumble. This one doesn't. This is the original controller. And this one's actually wireless. It's actually Bluetooth. It's pretty cool. Looks like that controller, but it's a lot more upgraded. Anyway, now this thing. This is the original 1000 PSP, though this color's not original. Originally it was black, but here's the PSP. Right here, it's a little handheld. All the controls are pretty much the same as the PlayStation's. And this one has, like, what I would consider cartridges, which are right here. Damn, that looks like a Nintendo Switch cartridge, but thinner. This is how they went in. Now, compared to these other ones, since I don't have a freaking television right now, I might have one. It might be behind me. Anyway, this thing I can show you turning on. Turn it on, and that happens. You just swipe, and it's open. There's the front of it. There's the side of it. Not really much. There's the back of it. There's the plug-in port. I don't think this thing has a date code on it. PS3 does. I could probably show you that in a minute. It is a 1000 model. I'm assuming 2012, which is when these things came out. The PS3 does have a date code. Flip this around. November 2006. Anyway. And of course, you see the controls right here. It has 2 thumbsticks compared to the original PSP. That only has 1 thumbstick. Anyway, let's move on to the last thing. And, that thing weighs a freaking ton. What was with that moment of silence? That thing doesn't weigh a lot. That thing's light as freak. Anyway, and then in 2013, they released this thing. This isn't a 2013 model, I can tell you that much. I'll show you the date in a minute. So they came out with the PS4 in 2013. Here's the front. two USBs. There's the disk drive. It just sucks the disk in. Like that one. I kind of wish I can show you that. Now I'll show you it in action. I can't really show you it coming out though. Damn, eject button don't work. Oh well. If I had a TV, I would hook it up and eject it that way. Anyway, back to the video. Alright guys, we're back. It's been over 10 minutes. Great. If I had 1,000 subs, I'd be making money off this. Anyway, back to what we're doing. So you guys see, here's the eject button. Mine doesn't work, as you got to see. Here's the power button. It's like touch sensitive. The eject button's supposed to be touch sensitive too. Here's the bottom of it. Here's the power cable, not grounded. There's the optical out, like the PS3 and the PS2 have. HDMI, like the PS3 has. Ethernet, like the PS3 and sometimes the PS2 does. I don't know what the hell that is. PS camera thing? I don't know what the frick it's called. Here's the top of it. Now here's the bottom of it. This is, I think, a 2014 model, if I'm not mistaken. Focus. God. It's just not going to focus. Hold on. There we go. September 2014. It took forever for that thing to focus. Here's the front of it. Here's the controller. I don't know what that is. This damn thing. Looks like that controller, but this one is more like upgraded, man. As you can see, light right there. Same controls. So anyway, yeah, I have almost every model of the PlayStation, and they're all the original models too. Pretty cool, I'd say. And also, guys, I'm gonna upload a video after this talking about why the heck I'm never on this channel anymore. There's a lot of details that I explain in the video that I'm gonna upload after this. It's a reason why I don't really upload to this channel very much anymore. Because I seem to notice that it could go months, it can go weeks before I upload. And if you all are wondering, why the heck don't I upload anymore? And also, it's a bit of context. My girlfriend does appear in the video. And we also just talk, you know? Talk about how depression has hit us. And also, what you should do about it. And suicide is not a way out of it, like most idiots think it is. Seriously, suicide's not a way out of depression. I don't know how many times people gotta keep motherfucking saying that, but it's true. Anyway, I better go. This is like 14 minutes long. Bye.